this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
With no fees or minimums on checking accounts, it's no wonder that Capital One Bank Guy is so passionate about banking with Capital One. If he were here, he wouldn't just tell you about no fees or minimums. He'd also tell you about how Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. Yep, even on weekends. It's pretty much all he talks about, in a good way. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bankguy. Capital One N.A., member FDIC.
Brought to you by the Spam brand.
Some foods or TV shows just instantly take you back to your childhood. Spam Classic is one of those foods.
It's so 90s, but also so iconic that the sight of it sizzling just makes your mouth water.
Back then, we had Spam Classic, but today, there are 12 irresistible varieties to choose from.
It's like picking your favorite Boy Meets World episode. Impossible. There's Korean barbecue flavored, jalapeno, and 25% less sodium, just to name a few.
Spam brand. Sizzle pork and
Learn more and get sizzling at spam.com.
Welcome to Stuff You Should Know from HowStuffWorks.com.
Hey, and welcome to the podcast. I'm Josh Clark. There's Charles W. Chuck Bryant, and Jerry's over there. We were just bouncing off the walls here.
I'm sick. I'm not bouncing anywhere. I'm bouncing to the doctor.
Are you?
Right after this.
What you got, the funk?
I got the chests.
Your kid's not even in preschool yet.
I'm not sick because of her.
Well, why'd you get sick?
You know, people get sick from other things
I
besides
thought,
babies.
No, I thought once you had a kid, like, that's the only way you got sick.
No, I don't know what it is, man. I went camping the other night and it was cold.
That's what it is.
But I don't know.
You got a wood fungus.
I didn't treat myself like I should have on that camping trip either.
Oh, yeah?
Know what I'm saying?
No.
I wasn't, going jogging and drinking juice.
I got you. You were eating chocolate bars?
No chocolate. I got into the whiskey, though. Probably didn't help things out.
I see. Not on a cold night. It's been cold here recently. It's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, like, cold, and it's mid-May.
Yeah.
It's unusual.
Yes.
Global warming. So, Chuck, have you ever heard of the NFL's big game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The SB?
Yeah.
Can we even say that?
I don't think so.
All right.
So the big game, actually, it sounds a lot like SuperBall.
Yeah.
Which is what we're talking about. There's no, that's actually a thing. The reason why is because it's named after the Super Bowl. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did not. And I thought this was a little dubious, and the story still, it seems fishy to me, but I'll buy it.
So a guy named Lamar Hunt, right?
Yeah.
He founded the Dallas Texans, I think is what they were originally called, but they went on to become the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
And he founded this team because he couldn't get an NFL franchise in Dallas, so he just founded his own league as well. And he created the AFL, the American Football League.
That's crazy, because Dallas is such a football town.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think they had a problem with Dallas. I think they had just a problem maybe with this guy. Who knows?
Okay.
But he was not the type to just take things lying down.
Yeah.
Instead, he went and founded a different football league, a rival one, right?
Yeah.
And so as time progressed, they tried to get the NFL and the AFL integrated. And to smooth the transition, they decided that they would have a year-end championship where the best team from the NFL would play the best team from the AFL. And they couldn't figure out what to call it. And apparently at one of the meetings, Lamar Hunt said, how about the big game? That's not what he said.
He said the SB.
Right.
Because my kid's been playing with this SuperBall at home.
Yeah.
And why not name the final football game of the season after this toy that has nothing to do with it?
That's right. And so all the guys were like, well, we're ready to go to the gentleman's club and eat some steaks, so fine, we'll go with that. And apparently later on, Lamar Hunt he said in a quote in 1970, I guess it is a little corny, but it looks like we're stuck with it.
Yeah.
So no one really likes it.
They didn't use it for the first big game.
No, didn't they call it like the Ultimate Bowl or something?
No, I think it was just the AFL NFL championship or something.
Okay.
And then by year 3, they said, I guess we need to have something more catchy.
But all that because of the Super Bowl, a little child's toy that everybody went crazy for.
Yeah.
I think starting in 1965.
Yes, and we can just file this in the bucket with the Slinky and Silly Putty. And
Barbie?
Barbie and Play-Doh? Did we do that one?
Yes.
Or did we just sit around and eat it?
I think we did both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we going to call these? Pop culture of the 1950s and 60s.
Okay.
Did we do the Frisbee or the hula hoop?
We did the hula hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. And we did the boomerang. That's more a weapon than a toy.
Yeah. Boy, it's getting harder and harder to remember which ones we've done.
That's old age.
Yeah. Well, it's our what's the word?
800
Our prolific
Oh, yeah.
nature,
Right.
which is really not that much. It's just 2 a week over the years adds up.
Well, that's prolific.
Yeah, but it's not like we're recording 12 episodes a week or anything. That's prolific.
That's insane.
This is just regular, like taxes and death.
Do you know what would happen to us if we recorded 12 episodes a week?
Yeah. Oh, well, I do. I would quit. It would be the final 12.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's go back in time. Should we hop in the old Wayback Machine?
Yes.
Go back to the Cold War and the space race, which we've talked about quite a lot.
We had an episode of it.
Yeah, and the United States feeling like Russia got up Sputnik, or I guess it was the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Got up Sputnik. And we're in big trouble because they did this before us, and we're all scared in the United States that we're not competing like we should.
Yeah. I was reading about it. I was reading, it's really hard to overstate the effect that Sputnik had on the U.S.
I know.
Because post-war America was all like, look at this gadget, look at this toy, make your life comfortable, get fat and sit around in your lazy boy chair.
Yeah.
Right?
That little satellite came along and disrupted all that good stuff.
Like America woke up.
Yep.
And Stephen King actually said that Sputnik instilled in him the dread that informed the work for the rest of his life. It was all based on Sputnik.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it had a lot of really far-reaching effects, but one of them was that America said, scientists, get you to work.
Yeah, get off your butts.
Yeah.
Because you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
You're sitting around playing pinochle. And so a guy they did a lot of work, actually, and they took it very seriously.
Yeah.
And this one dude, his name was Norman Stingley. He worked for a company called Bettis Rubber in suburban L.A. in Whittier, California. Mm-hmm. And he was a scientist, and he said, you know what? Well, we should caveat this with, if you work for a company like that as a scientist, going in, you sign away your life rights.
Yeah.
And basically say that anything I create under your employ, and even if I'm at home tinkering around.
In my spare time.
Yeah, with stuff that I learned from work, then it depends on your contract. You either own it or you have first right of refusal for it.
The company does.
Yeah.
Right. And I have the impression that with Bettis, the company that Stingley worked for, they had first right of refusal.
Absolutely. So he began working on some stuff on his own for fun. And in 1965, he compressed into a ball this gooey substance and said, hey, this is pretty neat. This little synthetic rubber ball actually bounces quite a bit more than any ball I've ever seen before. And I might be onto something.
And by Lord, it's still bouncing.
That's right.
And bouncing and bouncing.
Unless I throw it too hard.
And then it just comes apart.
Yeah, which is not good.
No, the earliest incarnation of the SuperBall would just disintegrate when it hit the ground too hard. And that's actually, Stingley said, okay, I got to take this to my employer.
You know what? I'll hand it to him. I would have totally tried to I would set up a shell company. I would create a false person.
Yeah.
With a fake social security number.
Like Jackie Chan.
What?
He's like the one person who's been outed so far in the Panama Papers.
Oh, really?
Jackie Chan.
No way. What'd he do?
He hid money that he owed
really?
in taxes in offshore shell companies.
Wow. I haven't been keeping up with that lately.
It's been a bit of a bust, but I also have the impression that a bunch more stuff is coming.
Well, hey, if they got Jackie Chan, then it was all worthwhile.
But that's what they got was poor Jackie Chan. He's probably looking around like, what? Really? Just me?
Yeah. He's like, what about Wesley Snipes?
Wesley Snipes is like, they already got me.
Yeah.
I'm doing Samsung commercials now.
So, is he really?
Yeah, there's a really great Samsung commercial that's got all these like random stars, and he's one of them. And he's like kind of making fun of himself a little bit.
Boy, I bet he would love to hear that. He's random star number 4.
Yeah.
All right, so he went to Bettis and, like a good dude, said, I've made this thing. Let me show it to you. You have first right of refusal. And they said, no, that thing kind of stinks. It bounces and it's kind of neat, but I threw it hard and it broke.
Yeah, what kid's going to want this? No kid could love you, and they spit on it.
I wonder what the rules are, though, with... Like, I wonder if you could take a cruddy version, a little bit of like a shell game, take a poor version and say, what, do you want this? And then make it better after they refuse it.
I guess so.
Because
you should do a whole episode on defrauding your employer.
Well, I mean, that's sort of what ended up happening. Of course, it wasn't on purpose, but he then took it to the people that made the most sense in the world, the chiefs at Wham-O.
Right.
And where else would he take it? I mean, these dudes, Dick Nerr and Arthur Mellon.
Arthur Spud Mellon. Often confused with Larry Bud Mellman.
Or Spud Webb.
Yeah.
I stood in line to meet him when I was a kid.
Bud Mellman?
No, Spud Webb.
I could see that.
Yeah.
He was a big deal back then.
But I had a knack for standing in line for meet and greet autograph sessions.
Who else?
Brett Butler, the baseball player. Bob Gibson, the baseball player.
Brett Butler.
Dominique.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And Cheap Trick.
The baseball player.
Yeah, I went to the record bar when I was like 12 and stood in line to get
Really?
my album autographed. Yeah, like a 12-year-old fanboy does.
Nice.
And congratulations to Cheap Trick, by the way, for finally being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year.
This just happened this year, huh?
Just happened.
Crazy.
Yep.
It's rock and roll's greatest tragedy that it took this long.
Agreed. Long overdue. So where was I? So he took it to Wham-O, and these dudes had made a mint selling the hula hoop, and they were the Frisbee.
Yeah.
But not the Slinky.
No. I think the Slinky was its own company.
Oh, I think so,
That's
too.
another one we did, too.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So they said, this is kind of neat, but it doesn't work so great, so get to work on it.
And he did. You want to take a break and talk about it some more?
Ooh, that's a nice cliffhanger. All right, so you said, the last thing you said was knockoff.
Knockoff.
And that means that someone said, hey, this thing is neat, and while there's a patent on that particular process to create that particular ball, you can't stop me from creating a bouncy ball of my own.
Right. Like MDMA is illegal, but MDMA plus ZPT, there's no law against that. Same principle.
I don't think that's true.
I think it is.
Oh, yeah? All right. So
it's like you can just take something and adjust add like a covalent bond or something like that.
Right.
And it's still practically the same stuff, but on paper it's not the same thing, because if you go look at the Zectron patent, you're going to see exactly the chemical description for it. Yeah. And if you have something that's even just slightly different from it, it technically is not the same thing.
It's like Vanilla Ice adding the extra bass note to Under Pressure.
Did he add an extra note?
Yeah, Under Pressure is doom 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 doom.
Right.
Vanilla Ice is doom 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 doom.
I've never noticed that.
Yeah, that was his whole deal. That's how he tried to get out of.
I thought it was all like music sampling was music sampling. He tried to pretend like it was different by adding a beat.
Yes, and I don't remember the result. If that either got him off or people said, you jerk.
I think people said you jerk.
I can't,
whether he was legally on the hook or not.
And we'll get 300 emails explaining it all to us.
Maybe from Vanilla Ice himself. He has like a home renovation show now where he like flips houses.
I've seen it. Have you?
I'm aware of it. No, I've never watched it.
No, I've watched like a couple of full episodes.
What'd you think?
Well, I mean, I like the home reno shows, which is why I watched it, not because I was a Vanilla Ice fan.
Gotcha.
So I was just curious, and it was kind of like all the rest. It was nothing different because it was him.
So he's not like a larger than life personality or anything? It's not like a Flavor Flav home reno show?
No, he was just sort of normal, and he didn't like, they didn't make it super, he didn't like show up to the site and say, hey, stop. Collaborate and listen, everyone.
Nice.
That would have been really cheesy.
That is all I would say if I were him.
But, he was Vanilla Ice. He's like, we're going to make this pool so fly, like you're not going to believe it.
It's going to be dope.
All right, so let's get back to the knockoffs.
Oh, yeah.
People started making these things. Obviously, it's going to put a dent because they were a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, by like 75%.
Yeah. And you could get out of a gum machine like super easily.
Mm-hmm.
And, back in the 1960s, if a parent could pay a quarter for something or $1 for something, they would probably, pick the cheaper one.
Mm-hmm. Parents never change.
Or my parents would have. Parents just don't understand.
Yeah. I used to wear Knights of the Round Table clothes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember those? The polo knockoff?
Yeah.
My mom would be like, you can't even tell it's a flag. I'd be like, everybody can tell it's a flag.
Yeah.
Instead of the Polo
stuff.
Club.
Uh-huh.
I wore those.
I had the knockoff that wasn't the Izod alligator. It was a gecko.
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Well, you got me on that one.
Oh, maybe there was. I don't know.
Yeah, there was definitely an Izod knockoff.
Oh, yeah, there was, but I don't think it was a lizard.
What was it?
Oh, man.
Was it a dragon?
I totally remember an Izod knockoff.
The dragon, though, I think was its own, cool thing.
Maybe. All I know is that I didn't buy those. What I would get was the polo that the collar was sewn wrong or something.
Oh, so you get the real polo, but it was what do they call them? Remnants or
something there's an
factory defects?
Yeah, factory defects. Because there was a store that sold them, and we were there a lot.
I got ones that were just fine. They were just total knockoffs.
Which is better, I wonder?
Is
it developing
factory defect
kid?
Because what kid's going to be like, your collar's just slightly misstitched? I think the factory defect's better.
I think you're right. Were kids like, Josh is poor. He's wearing a Knights t-shirt.
Knights of the Round Table. But I could also be like, so are you. None of us were wearing polo stuff. We were all wearing Knights of the Round Table.
I gotcha.
So it didn't matter.
So the SuperBall knockoffs put a big dent. And they were, like I said, usually a little bit smaller. The regular SuperBall is 1.875 inches. And if, by comparison, you've ever held a racquetball, that's about 2.25 inches.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So a little smaller than
now
a racquetball. Oh, you got it?
I like the plum comparison because it was also the color of a plum.
Yeah, it was dark.
Yeah.
Like purple or black, right?
Right. And it said made with amazing Zectron on it.
Which was a big, that was a big draw.
Yeah.
So let's talk about how cool this thing was. It wasn't just a bouncy ball.
And we keep saying they're still around.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the time when people were all aware of SuperBalls, even Jerry was like, I don't know what that is. Do you know what it is yet? Does it ring a bell?
She just made her fingers in the shape of a circle.
A plum size.
Uh-huh.
A little smaller than a racquetball.
The cool thing about these, there's a lot of cool things, but one thing is how high it would bounce.
All right.
It would bounce back. They would claim a resilience of 90%. So if you just drop it from 12 inches onto something hard, like a desk, it would bounce back 10.8 inches. Mm-hmm. Then on the second bounce, 9.72. Third bounce, 8.75 on down, which is remarkable.
It is. It had a high coefficient of restitution.
That's right.
And it would conserve its elastic energy, which is basically like the amount of kinetic energy that's preserved once an object is deformed and then reforms back to its original shape.
Yeah, because when it hits that desk, if you took a snapshot of that or a slow motion, high-speed shot, it would flatten out.
Right, it does a little bit, for sure. And when it flattens out, the reason it doesn't have 100% coefficient of restitution, or what was it? What's it called?
Resilience?
Yeah, or why it doesn't have 100% is because when it drops, when it deforms and hits a surface, it a little bit of heat energy is released as it deforms.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of energy loss, 10% energy loss every time it strikes a surface.
Yeah, like when we did the episode recently on crumple zones. Mm-hmm. Like if something hits something else, there's going to be a loss of energy. Mm-hmm. And in this case, it was lost as heat, like you said.
But because it's so elastic, it retains a lot of its kinetic energy. Like a bowling ball, when you drop it, it might bounce a little bit it retains a tad bit of kinetic energy, but it displaces it pretty quickly. So it might bounce like just, an inch and then now a quarter inch and then nothing.
Yeah,
right?
like the one drunk guy at the bowling alley that throws it like 15 feet down the lane before it hits the floor.
Yeah.
It'll usually bounce a little, like one time.
Right. You can also do that if you're not drunk, I can tell you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's the purpose there? I don't get it. I've never got that.
What?
Slinging the bowling ball down that far.
It's just totally accidental.
Oh, okay.
For me, it's always been accidental.
Oh, I thought it was like, watch this.
Oh, well, yeah, then you're just a drunk guy.
Okay.
Who's a jerk who needs to go home.
Your thumb gets stuck?
Yeah, or something like that, or just, forget to release at the right moment, that kind of thing, and it just goes up, and then,
We're not good bowlers.
I think that's a better way to put it.
I've had a couple of good games in my life.
I actually took a bowling class in 7th grade or 8th grade.
Yeah, I did too.
That's when I got hooked on Starburst.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's this vending machine in it. Like, the Starburst just looked perfect in it. And every time I would just buy Starburst, and then I'd go back and buy more Starburst.
So you would go to the bowling alley for the class?
Uh-huh.
Dude, our bowling class was in the gym. Like,
oh, really?
they would just set up bowling pins and put tape down on the floor. It was terrible.
Everybody's bowling in their factory defect polo shirts and Izod knockoffs.
And you had to take turns setting up the pins by hand.
No, we went to like Southwick Lanes in Toledo.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Had a vending machine with Starburst.
Kids sneaking beer and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
No, they didn't. We were good kids.
That's good.
At least at that age.
Good Toledo kids.
Right.
Toledans.
Toledo Whiteians.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Toledozoans.
You're just making stuff up.
Toledoans, I think, is what they're called.
They're going to take back your key to the city.
I never got that.
Oh,
that
really?
guy gave up. I wonder how he's doing. There's a guy, everybody, I guess we can let you in on this private conversation we're having right now. There is a guy who was an early fan of Stuff You Should Know who decided that it was his mission to see to it that I got the key to the city of Toledo.
I thought that was wonderful.
He really tried, yeah. I mean, yeah, he was a nice guy for sure.
Yeah.
But he would harass the Congresswoman, Marcy Kaptur, who was a former Toledo mayor, and like everybody he could. He really tried. Didn't happen.
Great. Oh, well. You need someone higher up in the chain to be a fan.
Yeah, but hats off to that guy. He was nice. I don't remember his name, but he was a good guy.
Heck yeah.
Stuff You Should Know is brought to you by the Spam brand. Here's some sizzling hot knowledge for you. Did you know there's a blue can found around the world that's so beloved there are entire festivals dedicated to it?
Are you talking about beer?
No, it's Spam Classic, Chuck.
That's right, and it's also delicious. That cultural icon went from the meat that won the war in the 1930s to having a museum dedicated to it. Today there are 12 mouth-watering varieties like teriyaki, tocino, and Korean barbecue flavored, just to name a few. And, of course, Spam Classic, all waiting for you to fry up into your favorite Spam dish.
There's simple, crowd-pleasing dishes like Spam Classic and eggs, or flavorful cultural favorites like Spam Musubi, a perfectly fried Spam slice on a bed of rice wrapped in nori. It's a sweet yet savory Hawaiian favorite.
So, while we serve up cans full of wisdom, you need to sizzle up some Spam Classic and bring that crispy on the outside, tender and juicy on the inside goodness to your next dish. Spam brand, sizzle, pork, and mmm. Learn more and get sizzling at spam.com.
#1 hits, millions of records sold, awards, sold-out tours. You think the Jonas Brothers are satisfied? Nope. It's podcast time.
We get to ask other people questions because we're sick and tired of being asked questions.
Hey Jonas is available now, and their first guest is a big one, Paul Rudd.
You know, Steve Carell is a great singer.
Didn't he tell you not to audition for The Office or something?
I told him.
Whoa.
We were filming Anchorman. Clearly, I was the idiot. Thank God he didn't listen to me, right?
Listen to Hey Jonas on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, so should we talk a little bit about the polybutadiene?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you say it?
Polybutadiene.
Right.
Polybutadiene.
So those are three things. The bute, B-U-T, 4-part carbon chain.
Right.
E-N-E, double bond, D-I, 2.
Right.
So butadiene by itself is just a compound with 4 carbon chain double helix, 2 double bonds.
Right.
Do people care?
Sure they do. There's some chemist guy out there who's like, yeah.
No,
So-
I mean, SuperBalls are all over science class.
Oh, yeah, they really are. And not just because they are amazing chemically, or they're neat at least chemically. I don't know. I'm impressed by it, right?
Sure.
But also the physics of them, not just their coefficient of restitution and their elasticity, but also they have another coefficient of friction.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
It's like totally different than their elasticity. They have a surface that basically grips whatever surface or object it's thrown onto.
Yeah.
And it grips it so hard that the surface can spin it a different way. So if you throw a SuperBall with some backspin at an angle, it will basically hit the ground and spin back toward you. It changes its spin because of there's so much friction.
Yeah, and if you get a SuperBall and you are in a room with nothing breakable, and you start spinning and bouncing that thing, you never know where it's going to go.
Never know. Because not only does it have a high horizontal or vertical bounce, it has a equally good horizontal bounce as well. It's just a neat little thing. And that's it.
That is it?
I think that's it.
What?
You got
Nothing
anything else?
No, you've seen one in physics class. If you have a fun professor, they probably bought a SuperBall in there and taught you things.
Right. And if you don't, there's plenty of videos on YouTube that you can watch. So hats off to Norman Stingley. Thank you, Norman, for the SuperBall. If you want to know more about SuperBalls, you can type that word in the search bar at howstuffworks.com. And since I said search bar, it's time for listener mail.
I'm going to call this Dark Meat. Hey guys, love the podcast. You probably got 100 emails about this. Actually, David Hill, we got one from you.
Yeah, that's true.
I just finished listening to the True Stories of Survival Cannibalism, and you guys explained the difference between dark and white meat is the amount of blood vessels. Not true. All muscles require the same blood supply for respiration and nutrition. Just so you know, the main reason for the color difference is in the content of myoglobin.
Mm-hmm.
Myoglobin is a richly pigmented protein that is used to store oxygen in cells. The more myoglobin, the darker, redder the meat will appear. Red meat is muscle fibers that are used or were used for long endurance activities and are classified as slow twitch muscle fibers. They need a constant supply of oxygen to keep up their constant activity, so they have higher myoglobin concentration than white meat. White meat, on the other hand, is comprised of fast twitch fibers. These are used for quick bursts of energy, followed by a moment of rest, like a flapping of a wing. Best to you, David Hill.
Thanks a lot, David.
Yeah, that's how we like our corrections. Civil, to the point.
What did we get wrong? I don't remember it.
That was because of more blood vessels.
Oh, okay.
In the meat, in the muscle.
I see.
There you have it.
Well, thanks, David. If you want to correct us, you can send us an email, thestuffpodcast@howstuffworks.com. You can also hang out with us on social media at SYSK Podcast on Twitter and SYSK Podcast on Instagram. You can hang out with us at Facebook, facebook.com/stuffyoushouldknow. And as always, hang out with us at our home on the web, stuffyoushouldknow.com.
For more on this and thousands of other topics, visit howstuffworks.com.
Brought to you by the Spam brand.
Some foods or TV shows just instantly take you back to your childhood. Spam Classic is one of those foods.
It's so 90s, but also so iconic that the sight of it sizzling just makes your mouth water.
Back then, we had Spam Classic, but today, there are 12 irresistible varieties to choose from.
It's like picking your favorite Boy Meets World episode. Impossible. There's Korean barbecue flavored, jalapeno, and 25% less sodium, just to name a few.
Spam brand. Sizzle pork and
Learn more and get sizzling at Spam.com.
#1 hits, millions of records sold, awards, sold-out tours. You think the Jonas Brothers are satisfied? Nope. It's podcast time.
We get to ask other people questions because we're sick and tired of being asked questions.
Hey Jonas is available now, and their first guest is a big one, Paul Rudd.
You know, Steve Carell is a great singer.
Can he tell you not to audition for The Office or something?
I told him.
Whoa.
We were filming Anchorman. Clearly, I was the idiot. Thank God he didn't listen to me, right?
Listen to Hey Jonas on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.